What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Today we're going to be doing Mercury in the sign of Aries. Yes, a brand new series, a brand new day. So, Mercury in the sign of Aries. And remember what I told you, to first determine this yourself, what Mercury in Aries is doing before I even tell you. So, what is the sign of Aries? Sign of Aries represents what? Competition. It represents aggressive behavior. It represents the fighting ability in a person. It represents somebody who uses their body to achieve certain things in life. It's somebody who's very athletic, somebody who loves sports, somebody who has the fighting ability like a fighter. That's what Aries is. Aries is that very aggressive sign. So when they approach something, their approach to life is very aggressive. You put Mercury here, which is one form of intelligence. One form is Jupiter, which is about the higher learning and about the right from wrong. Mercury is where our logical intelligence comes into play, where our comprehensive intelligence comes into play. That, hey, can you memorize this? Can you comprehend the sentence? Where Jupiter tells you what exactly is God and, the intelligence of a person, how much knowledgeable they are. So that's what Mercury is. And Mercury is also the significator of your speech. How good your speech is, how soft your speech is, how aggressive your speech is, how ill your speech is. And it's also the form of communication, whether verbal communication or written communication or modern day communication, which is what I'm doing. I'm using the camera, which is in a form, it's another significance by Mercury. It's helping me communicate me to you. So any equipment that helps you communicate with somebody else. Could be cell phone, could be camera, could be internet, email, chat, Google Plus. You see all of these new age communication. And this is why it also, nowadays I realize it becomes quite hard to determine somebody's career, because just one field has 100 different subcategories there. So but if you just know that, okay, you should be in communication, and usually this works 90% of the time with me when I say, you should be in communication. I find out, yeah, they're into computer, information system. So you can pinpoint a broadness of the career here. Where if somebody is a investigative journalist, you can say, well, you're into communication and writing, aren't you? Like just writing blogs, things like that. Well, yeah, I'm an investigative journalist. Okay. So that's what Mercury is. You put that Mercury into Aries. What happens? Your speech becomes aggressive. Your speech becomes competitive. You always want to win your arguments. You always compete to win your arguments. You are always forceful about your speech. Whenever you talk with purpose. You talk very fast. You talk very aggressively, pretty much. And your style of communication is harsh enough to offend people. Which means what? It also gets you in trouble. Okay? Whoa, Yashi, you're tickling my feet. I'm like standing here like giving this speech to you guys, and Yashi tickling my feet. I must have a lot of doggy planet on my Mercury, huh? For you to do freaking like tickling my feetsies. I just lost my track of mind. But Oi, go. So yeah, that's what Mercury is. And this gets Mercury into trouble. Because when you piss people off, when you talk really aggressively, because here your impulsiveness also becomes quick. Because Aries is a sign of impulsiveness. Like impulsively I purchased this. Impulsively I fell in love. So impulsively you can say something that'll get you in trouble. Like I'll give you an example. Like somebody standing on a sidewalk, or filming a cop arresting somebody, and a cop comes. Stop that camera, leave. And you're like, no, it's my constitutional right to film this. He says, I'm going to tell you once again, you're not on the public property and a private property, leave right now. He's like, no, I'm not going to leave. Screw you, SOB. You're an asshole. You're a cockroach. You're this and that. And what happens is, without realizing, he impulsively spoke. Because Mars rules the sign of Aries, and Mars is all about fighting and defending. So when his communication style was attacking him, he took his communication style and attacked him without even thinking that it's a cop, it's an authority. And next thing you know, he's getting arrested, for whatever charge. But that's how these guys get into trouble. And another one famous notorious person who got into trouble is Adolf Hitler with his Mars in Aries. With his Mars and Mercury in Aries. So his speech was aggressive. His speech was about, go get it right now. Let's achieve this right now. Let's do this right now. So he motivated people about this new Aryan nation, about this new brotherhood. And obviously the SOB stole the Hindu swastika, which is the most sacred symbol in India regarding prosperity and wealth. But again, it is what it is. But again, he took that and he ran with it. And it was in the 7th house of other people. You will find out when I do Hitler's horoscope, which I'm hoping to do this week or in the coming week, very soon. But you will know exactly what happens. But here, yeah, Mercury gets into trouble. Like if Mercury is also about writing. So these people can write a blog, can write a book that will just insult a huge group of people. And the way they can get into trouble is that they might get their name into hit list. Like that a movie that came out that insulted the Islamic religion, that something of God or something of Muhammad, where I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, where they filmed this provocative movie regarding Muhammad and his life. Most likely that guy has Aries, whoever wrote this has Mercury in Aries or Mars looking at Mercury, because he just wanted to attack with his message. Again, message, Mercury. He wanted to attack, he wanted to give out some aggressive message, and he did. And it got him into trouble there, I think in jail for some other legal hassle, but obviously it surfaced because of this movie. So this is why, these people should be very careful when speaking. They need to really tone down. They need to think, and thinking with patience will come with meditation. Simple as that. But these people really have to stop feeling that they need to be a dictator when they communicate with you, because that's how they naturally will be. They're just going to be very aggressive. Now, how aggressive? Like if Mercury is in Aries and Mars is in, Capricorn or in Sagittarius, and Mars is not in aspect to Mercury, then this speech just will be harsh and aggressive, but it won't be in so harsh that it can put them into trouble. Where if Mars is with it, or Mars is aspecting Mercury, then they will suddenly get so defensive, they will suddenly speak like so ill, impulsively, that they will either create ill fame from themselves or they will get themselves into trouble, things like that. So you always have to see the depositor of Mercury as well, which is Mars, so that's how you study these things. So guys, this is my analysis of Mercury in the sign of Aries. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know where your Mercury is placed and if it's getting a harsh speech or getting the depositor debilitated, check out the link below. Check out my book there, Astrology, the Speed of Light. And when you get the book, I will send you the link to look at your own chart. Just make sure you follow the directions below. And remember, this month, March 17th, my book Conjunction at the Speed of Light is coming, where I'll discuss all the conjunction astrology and how to study them. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow with Mercury in Taurus. Bye-bye.